Hello everybody, my name's Chris Bohannon. Welcome to my channel, Universal Crypto. And today we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. It's the last few hours it had a pretty big drop. And I've heard a lot of people panicking and, well, you know how it is. Anytime it has a big drop after an all-time high, everybody says the top's in, the sky is falling, all that good stuff. But anyways, it's really not as bad as it looks, and we're just gonna take a quick look at it here and now, and I'll give you my opinions on it and why I don't think it's that terrible. Um, what happened tonight, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna start off here on the weekly, and you can see here on the weekly, I mean, it doesn't look as good as it did a few weeks ago, or 6 weeks ago, but it definitely doesn't look bad either. I would say that this right here is weekly support. That's a good area of weekly support. And look, we bounced, just almost perfectly off of it. Um, you can tell it was resistance here, support here, and now it looks like it's going to be support for us, or at least be a line of support for us. And we're going to have more of those later. I'm just going to go ahead and change this right here to green for support. And so, yeah, the weekly, we're bouncing off weekly support. That's a good bullish sign, even if the weekly candle is red. We're still in an uptrend, so I consider that a bullish sign. Let's go ahead to the daily. And here on the daily, see if we can enlarge that a little bit. Okay, here on the daily, you can see all through here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a dozen, 14, 15, 16, 17 candles. Anyways, yeah, many times, several times, many times. We've found support right here in this area on the daily time frame. And that wick down was definitely scary 2-3 hours ago whenever it was at the bottom of that. You know, even my heart kind of skipped a beat whenever I first saw it. I opened it up and I was like, what? 52,000? That can't be right. I thought, like, had to put on my glasses. And yeah, because the last time I'd looked at it, it was right around like 59,000 something, 59.8 or something like that. Anyways, yeah, that was definitely scary, but it didn't take long for it to come back up, and it's reclaimed more than half of what it's lost already. And it's looking to me like this is probably going to turn out to be a nice bullish daily or hammer candle for us on the daily. There's still 16 and a half hours left on the daily, so definitely nothing's guaranteed. It could turn green, or it could head back down here, and finish without any wick at all, and just be a big long red candle of death. But I don't think that's going to happen. And if it does happen, I definitely do not think it's going any lower than where it has already wicked down to. Um, I think that we'll have support here at this daily, like we're showing there, and if not, we'll have support at the weekly. You can see this weekly support as, obviously it's also daily support several times as well. So I really don't think that we're going lower than that weekly support, and I don't think that we're going much, if any, lower than where the wick is now. And I'll show you why real quick. We are in an uptrend, and we've been in an uptrend since December. And let me see if I can. Bear with me here. This is first one of these videos that I've made. And there we go. Yeah, I'll call it about like that. Okay, yeah. So anyways, yeah, we've been in this channel since the middle of December. Sorry about that. Took me a second to remember where that was at. Been in the channel since the middle of December. And look, I didn't just set that there because that was there. I actually already had this channel drawn, and I deleted it just before I started the video. I've had it drawn for a long time. Deleted it just before I started the video because I wanted to start on the weekly, and it looked funky on the weekly. It was too tightly packed. But anyways, you look at this, and we touched it several times here starting up. And then we touched the bottom of it here, here, here. You know, just barely have gone below the bottom of it, and immediately bought right back up whenever we did. And anyways, we've been in this channel for 5 months. And up here, you know, whenever we poked our head out, it sold back down after not that long. It wasn't nearly as quickly as it was bought up down here. But anyways, we've been respecting the channel pretty well for 5 months now. And look, not only did it almost come down to the weekly support, but it did just kind of perfectly touch the bottom of this channel. I do believe that we are still in the bull market, and I believe that we'll be in the bull market, you know, until September or October, and possibly longer than that. And as long as we're in this channel, we're definitely in the bull market. I've heard people saying things like, you know, if we lose 60,000, or someone say 58 or 57.5 or whatever. I've heard many different levels, all of which we've broken through. You know, today, and I've heard a lot of other YouTubers saying that if we broke those levels, whatever their level is, 60, 59, 57, whatever, that, you know, we're definitely going down, you know, to 50,000 or less. Some of them say 40,000, some of them say 35. You know, so we have to keep, you know, whatever their level is, 57, 60, whatever it is. And we've broken through all of them that I've heard. And we came down here beautifully, in my opinion, very bullishly bounced off of the bottom of this ascending channel. You know, to me, that is extremely... Here, let me make that bigger just so that everybody can see it better. But yeah, to me, that is extremely bullish. We come down here having that long red candle, not so bullish, but the fact that we came down here and bounced perfectly off of the bottom of this 5-month long, you know, ascending channel, and the fact that we're in a bull market that I don't expect to end for months and months and months, we're not going to go out of the bottom of this channel, in my opinion. And if we do, it'll be something like this, where we wick below it, you know, maybe at most close below it for a day, and then we're bought right back up into it. But I don't actually expect either one of those to happen, either the wick or the daily close. But if either do, I fully expect them to be bought right back up. And if you're still worried, we do have the weekly, which is almost lining up with it, you know, also as support. And go ahead and show this. We have our Ichimoku cloud, which you know, just looks beautiful on the daily time frame. Look, we've been respecting this since we haven't had a cross on the Ichimoku cloud for the daily. It crossed green back here in November, the end of November, and we haven't actually had a test of it since back here in, you know, October, since the last time we actually tested it until today. And some might find that, I guess you could argue right there, we tested it, or very, very close to tested it. But anyways, some might say, well, that's not very bullish. That's definitely bearish. It's the first time in 6 months that we've, gone into the Ichimoku cloud. That's a bearish signal. To me, it's still bullish. I mean, it's there for support. We didn't break through the bottom of it, and the fact that this Ichimoku cloud is lining up, perfectly well with the bottom of our 5-month long trend line. We got our 6-month long Ichimoku cloud support. Those two things are together. And then just right there, we got that weekly support. We got all those things coming together, is my point, to create what I think is support that will not be broken. From here, I think we're definitely, or almost definitely, nothing's definite with Bitcoin, but we're most likely coming back up here to try to get back into the top half of this, ascending channel. And even if we do break this daily and we do come back down here to test this again, I fully expect this to find support, and that could actually be even more bullish, because if we do come back here for a back test, and then we bounce here again, that's going to give the whole market more confidence. It's going to give Bitcoin a lot of upwards pressure, and that could just be a really good refueling point for us to rocket up here and get to another all-time high. And even if we don't backtest it, just the fact that we tested it this once, I think should provide a pretty good spring. As we're seeing right now, in just a few hours, we've recovered 2/3 of what we lost in an hour. So yeah, I feel like that it's possible that could have actually been, that this could actually be more bullish than bearish if we, especially if we keep on gaining back here and we close like a nice red hammer candle, say up here around 58,000, a hammer candle with that long of a handle, that to me that would be extremely bullish, bouncing off of the bottom of our uptrend line out of the Ichimoku cloud. We get such a long wick, that could definitely be what we need to get through 65,000, break 65,000 sooner rather than later. So anyways, maybe we come back down here, test it again. If so, we get a strong bounce up, or maybe we just kind of go sideways, come back up here maybe a little bit more slowly, but definitely come back up here into the top part of this ascending channel over the next few days, I would imagine, or maybe like a week tops. And once we do that, we'll just have to come up here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Once we get back up here into the top half of this channel, we've got an area. Let me get another tool out here. Let me just do a horizontal line here. Alt H. Actually, I would say probably from there to there. This this area right in here. Let's go ahead and turn that red. And that's going to be a resistance zone right there. And this is going to allow us to spring. This coming down here, hitting this is going to allow us to spring up here, spring back up into here, I do believe, and hopefully get us to break through this resistance zone. Once we get to here, we're almost definitely going to start trading sideways for at least a little while, and hopefully work our way back and forth in here for a bit, testing the 65,000 a few times, kind of like how we did over here, trying to get back up into 60,000. I'm sorry, in this area, trying to get back up above 60,000. We'll kind of do that same thing right in here, I think, and then break 65,000. We set a new all-time high. Woohoo! Let's party. And a lot of analysts will say, well, once that happens, we're going to 80,000, which is, just keep in mind, that's the same thing that they've been saying whenever we broke 57,000 and we came back up, you know, again after that. They're like, okay, as soon as we break it again, set a new all-time high, 80,000. Then the same thing with 60,000 and 62, and every time we set a new all-time high since like the middle of February, end of February, sometime around there, 80,000 has been the price target I've repeatedly heard each time. And I just don't expect that to happen, just to let everybody know. Once we break the 65,000 over the next couple of weeks, I do expect that to happen. And once we do that, I would expect us to come up here and test this top line of the channel. And I know that we didn't test the top line here, and we didn't test it. Let me just go back to the daily. You know, we didn't test it here at this new all-time high, and we didn't test it. Yeah, we didn't test it here at this new all-time high, and we did here, and we did here. Actually, we broke it on both of those, but we didn't test it here at this new all-time high. And so that's why I'm expecting the next all-time high we will, as we did here, and we did here, and we also did back here. You know, the 3 previous times that we set an all-time high, we did. So the fact that we didn't on this one, I think that we will on the next one. And most likely, if we do break out, it'll be something like this, where it gets bought back up after a couple days, or here after one day. So I wouldn't be expecting 80,000. Just the way the market seems to be slowing down. We're still in a bull trend. We're still in an uptrend. I do expect new all-time highs to be set, you know, regularly over the next several months. But I think it's going to take some type of bigger catalyst to get us above this channel. And in the short term, I would expect us, the 70,000 here lines up with the top of our channel. You know, over the next few weeks, it'll be pretty close to it, so we can test the top of the channel and still, you know, get rejected from 70,000. And that's just what I'm thinking, kind of more medium term. You know, we'll get back to the top half of the channel, then we'll meander around in here for a few days in this zone, and then we'll break 65,000 and probably go up very quickly to 70,000, which will be at or close to the top of the channel, and then we'll probably come back down and, you know, do the dance over again. Anyways, yeah, that's what I'm expecting. That's what I see. I know that if anybody got liquidated here on this big long red candle, this wick, that definitely sucks. But, you know, just pay attention to the support levels. And whenever we're showing that that we're at a support, here, let me do better than that. Like right here, we're just a little above this support. If you're trying to take a long position or a short position, I definitely wouldn't take a short position, because we're at the daily support here, and there's not really that much further until we reach the Ichimoku cloud and the bottom of the channel support combinations. So to me, a short definitely doesn't make sense. If we break this daily and you really want to, you could make a little bit off of it. But I wouldn't be expecting any huge gains, like down to 45,000 or 40,000 or anything like that. Maybe the best you get if we break below this daily, you know, at 55.8, 55.7, wherever it is. It's really more of a zone than it is a strict, you know, dollar level. But if we do break below that and you want to short, you know, you got a few $1,000s, maybe 3% or something like that. You can make 3 or 4% from there to there. To me, that's just, it's not worth it, not worth the risk. Because I don't think there's any more to be gained. I don't think we're breaking the bottom of this upwards trend line. And if you want to go with a long, we are just above the support. But to me, it makes more sense to wait and let us back test the support. And if we back test it and it holds, then you go with your long and you ride it on up. And if you were going to do that, I would take at least partial profit once we got here to this level. Around six. Once we got to 60,000, it's a round number, psychological number. It's been it's been support here and here, and we had it as resistance for what, a week or 10 days or something before. So I would definitely take at least partial profits at 60,000, and depending on how it looks, you can let it ride from there or not, but at least partial profits at 60,000. So that you can lock in some gains, and then if you want, you can let some of it ride just to see if it goes higher. You really have to see how it looks once it gets there to really know what to do. We could use the Fibonacci retracement, I guess, to get a little bit better idea of what to do there. And if you did that from the high to the swing low, I mean, yeah, you could see the 0.5, or I'm sorry, not the 0.5, the 618 is lining up pretty well with the 60,000 there. It's at, 59,771. So you might look to take profit at 59,770, somewhere around there, a little bit, somewhere from there to 60,000. I personally would look to take it, and then take the rest of it if you want to let some ride. You can see right up here at the 786. You can see several candles were respecting that level on the way down. You can see right here, and then again right here, it was respected. So I would probably look at taking the rest of the profit somewhere around there if it were me. Should state that I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. These are just my ideas and my opinions. So just, if you are going to do this, don't trade with anything more than what you can afford to lose. And just know that I'm not a professional financial advisor. Anyways, those are my ideas on levels that you could look to possibly take along and take profits, or where I would do it if I was going to buy a position and then get out of that position. I'd buy once we back test this level right here, this daily, and then I would take my first set of profits in the 59.7 to 60,000 range, and the rest up here at the 786. Anyways, that's all that I got for you. This was my first video, so thank you for bearing with me. If you stayed this long, if you made it to the end, I'm gonna try to be putting out one of these every day, maybe multiples per day, depending on what's going on. And I promise you that I will get better at this, more concise and to the point. And anyways, I hope that I did help some of you. And if you like the video, you want to support the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, put any comments, questions, anything else that you may have to say, please put it down in the comment section. I'll try to get to any questions that are asked and respond to comments. If there's a particular coin that you like, that you want to subscribe to the channel to see, let me know, and I will, whatever is being requested, I will work in along with the other analysis that I do. It was only Bitcoin tonight. I do plan on covering Ethereum and XRP in future videos, and then whatever else beyond that anybody wants to see, please let me know in the comments. And whatever's popular, I will cover. I'm here for you guys to try to help you. Promise you, I'm gonna get better at this. We can all learn together and make money together, hopefully, and just grow the channel, and we can all help each other out. Anyways, yeah, like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Later.